Good evening guys, James here, and after 6 days away, all work, no play, I'm back, and it's the Manchester United Class of 92 experiment, the beginning of part 10, and as you know, after watching the first 9 episodes, I am taking over from Marcelino at Old Trafford. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to show you my transfers, what I've done, then show you my formation, then show you my team. So let's get right into it. Been a busy period at Old Trafford. And the players we brought in, as you can see, Lionel Messi has arrived at Manchester United for 1 season and 1 season only on a mammoth contract. But this is all a bit of fun. This is the final part of the series almost, and he is welcomed. So I've never ever used him, not even once, on any manager game in all my time of playing any manager game since 1999. But he's here, I'm going to use him, and I'm going to really enjoy it. So Lionel Messi has arrived at Manchester United, and we'll look forward to using him. We have done what we tried to do. We brought back Paul Scholes. We're going to try and fit him in that team. We're going to give him a few games. I had to try and bring him back after he left. He's been to a few clubs. But guys, Nicky Butt, £30 million bids from Manchester City I offered, and they're just rejecting, and they want £71 million, and I don't even have it. I can't afford it. Unfortunately, he won't be coming back, but we'll move on anyway. Octavio Oshaka from Chivas. I needed a cover goalkeeper. He's 18, he's very young, but he has the stats to go and being good enough to be my backup to David De Gea. Bear in mind guys, I've never ever managed a club as big as Manchester United. Usually I'm Newcastle, Everton, Tottenham, Wolfsburg, Inter Milan, Valencia, that type, or lower, in the lower leagues of England, usually I manage. Okay, so we spent an absolute bomb on the Lazio fullback, left back, Nicola Bagari, because we needed a left back. We didn't have any, because Luke Shaw has just left the club. I will show you Nicola Bagari. He is quality. 29 million value, dropped 10 million from the signing, 120k per week. That's not that much, guys. Honestly, when you're 10 seasons in, the most rubbish of players are wanting 60-70 grand to be part of your team. He looks quality. If his crossing could be better, he would be my ideal left back. Now, if anybody knows me in the FM community, you'll know I love a Leighton Baines type fullback. I like players that can take set pieces, obviously free kicks. He's got 11, he's got long shot of 14, I'm happy with that. Dribbling 19, pace 15, corners are 13, apart from his crossing, he is Leighton Baines all over. Obviously a little bit more on the free kick taking would be better. But he is quality. For the 1 season I'm playing, very happy to have him at Old Trafford. Hachi Mastur. I seen him for free and I thought, why not? He can come to the club for nothing. He's got decent stats, but he's basically being ruined, guys. No full honours for Italy. Punted on loan to Dundee United from AC Milan and Udinese 3 times, and released eventually. So, as cover, as a squad member for a season, he'll do alright. As you can see, Mr. Martin Odegaard, £70 million. It's the most I've ever spent on a player, because previous to that was FM15, where I spent 43 million on Mario Götze, only to have his leg broken after 3 games. But I've spent 70 million on Martin Odegaard from Paris Saint-Germain. Massive contract, massive wage, and quality statistics and attributes to go with it. Okay, so he has got 50 caps for the Norwegian national team, and he was a regular at PSG and at Real Madrid. First time I've ever used him. Welcome on board. Final signing is from Sunderland. It's Iker Gudmundsson. It actually says he's I think a right back. Yeah, he's a right back, but I'm going to play him centre half. The reason for that, he's got the heading, he's got the marking, he's got the determination, the concentration, the decision making, the anticipation, the positioning, work rate and tackling and everything else, but more importantly he's got the pace to play centre back. You don't get pace of 15 many times with centre back, so that is where he will play. Quite cheap, full international for Iceland with 48 caps. Okay, so that's my incomings. Spent 131 million, but who have I let go? Divock Origi to Everton for 25 million, Nicola Otamendi to CSKA Moscow for 2.5, Michael Crowe to Watford, a regen to Fulham, Luke Shaw released, Ander Herrera released, Andre Gomez to Real Madrid, and a couple of regens, not brothers, but the Lagos name has went to Juventus and Schalke. So £68 million sold, and that is me done, guys. I've shown you my new signings, pretty much. Well, some of them I'm going to show you my whole squad very shortly. First, this is the formation I'm going to play. Bulgaria left back as a wing back, Gudmundsson, Sorin, I'll show you in a second. Gary Neville, the captain, at right back. David Beckham wide right as a wide playmaker. I want him to bomb up and down, get the crosses in. He has been named the best player in Europe prior to me taking over, and 2 out of 3 seasons he got the highest rating in the Premier League, coming second in the other one. James Ward-Prowse at the DLP in the centre midfield position, Ryan Giggs wide, and look at that, boys, filthy, absolutely filthy. Martin Odegaard and Lionel Messi, the old and the new, the 35 and the 24-year-old, playing just behind the striker. That's when I'm going to try and play Messi. I want him playing the hole as the Trackertista. I want him to just get all the ball, really, guys. I mean, it took me to use Carlos Fierro in that role right there as a Trackertista to see how really well that works, that role. When I used him in that role as in my Red Bull Leipzig save, he got so much of the ball, and if you're Lionel Messi, you're on the ball, what are you going to do with it? Absolute damage. Domenico Berardi up front. So just before I show you players, I'm going to show you a couple of member staff I've brought back. Look at my assistant. Roy Keane, welcome back, the Irishman, to Manchester United. This could be fun. What a combo. Me, Roy Keane, what could go wrong? An Irishman, a Scotsman, who knows? And the other one, can you notice it, guys? Go down, 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 boom! Cristiano Ronaldo, he's back. Retired as a player, but he has come back to Old Trafford as a coach. He'll take my training, even though he'll probably be awful, but he is going to teach my young guys and train them, and of course he has the authority to tell Lionel Messi what to do as the not head coach, but one of the coaches on my team. I'm a Ronaldo guy, just in case you didn't know. Okay, so let's go at my squad. Well, that's the starting 11, so we'll just scroll down and we'll go. There's David De Gea, number 1, age 32, well experienced of Spain internationally, quality as ever. Next up, Ryan Giggs, you've seen him in all 9 previous episodes, quality, 40 million value. Nikolai Goncharov, looks really good, not fussed whether he stays or goes, because he will not be involved as much unless I get injuries, because I've got a good strike force. Iker Gudmundsson, of course, just joined from Sunderland, pretty decent. Age 24, pretty low wage actually for this being as far in. Angel Henriquez, 20 million, absolute quality. You can get him for very cheap at the very start of the game, so go for it, guys. Yanis Jean, wide midfielder, wonder kid, age 19. He has got buckets of ability. He will be very good as cover to David Beckham. Phil Jones, 31, he will be my substitute on my bench. Gislen Kalenga, clinical striker, age 23. He's got great stats, and in any other team he'd be starting, no bother. But he's not, because this next guy, Flavio Lanata, him and Henriquez are on my bench, back up to Berardi. That is why I'm trying to sell the other kid. Rotational clinical striker, absolute deadly on the finishing, and decent pace to go with it. Flavio Lanata, 9 and 9 for the Argentinian national squad, valued at just under 30 million, quality. Of course, the released Master from AC Milan, Mr. Lionel Messi. Gary Neville, of course, you've seen every episode from now, and he is the captain of Manchester United, quality. Phil Neville's brother, decent enough, will be on my bench, guaranteed every game, will start occasionally. Octavio Oshaka, my backup goalkeeper who you've seen, Mr. Odegaard. Saul Niguez, I think his name is. Quality, come to light in real life, everybody's talking about him now. He looks quality, age 28, so he's at his peak, I would say. he will start in the middle. Paul Scholes, of course, is brought back. The next one is Pascal Andre Sorin. He will start as my main central defender because he's got absolute quality stats, cheap wage, a Romanian international, and he will be the number one. James Ward-Prowse is next, age 28, mammoth wage, mammoth value, quality all round. He actually got signed by Manchester United a couple of seasons ago in a part exchange, as I covered. David Beckham, world class, 52 million value now, that is nuts. Domenico Berardi, quality. Nicola Bugari, of course you've seen. David Carmona, very, very, very good. Only reason he won't play as many games as he should is because, of course, this is the Class of 92 experiment, and Gary Neville has to start, simple as that, and he's the club captain. So that's my team, guys. That is everybody. And now it's a case of getting on with the season. We have Chelsea in the Community Shield. All I'm going to try to do, guys, is do my best for the team. They are current Premier League champions, so we want to win the domestic cups, the Premier League and the Champions League. This part 10 is going to have a few parts to it, so it'll be like 10.1, 10.2. And then once this is done, guys, there's a 10 season holiday to see where they end up, see how they are in 10 season time, to see where they're coaching, if they're still playing. The 6 members, of course, Dave Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt. See where they are. And sadly that'll be it, guys. So I reckon this series has probably got about a week left to it, and I'd say maybe 5 or 6 episodes, maybe a couple more, and that is it, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this. It's got massive views for me, who's only been on YouTube I think 3 months now, but it's been incredible and a lot of following. We're actually getting requests for it now, but thank you all for tuning in. Let's not get on a downer. We've got, as I say, 6 or 7, possibly more episodes to come. Enjoy them. I'm enjoying recording it. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good night.